I'm Lois Cook with the DC Divas, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the wins go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break the sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, first say go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Hey, welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, amazing human beings doing amazing things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, we're about to break one of the biggest myths on the East Coast. Y'all thought the dopest wide receiver in the city of DC was Terry McLaughlin. No. TMC got to step aside because today in the building, we got divas, DC Divas, starting wide receiver, the beautiful, the talented, the route runner. Cooper Kupp is jealous of her routes. We got Lois Cook in the building. Superstar with a superhero name. How you doing today, Lois?
I'm great now. After that introduction, I got to take you everywhere I go.
Hey, I'm buckling up and I'm riding with you because if y'all can see the picture, y'all already know we doing major things. And, hey, we're about to tell them how big of an advocate you are for women's football. And we about to turn some people on here. So y'all buckle up and be ready for this show. Listen, if this is your first time checking us out, joining the show, I am your host, the mouth of the South B. Jones, the Louisiana Mr. Yeet himself. I'm rocking alongside my co-host, my colleague, my brother from another mother. That's right. Show him who we represent, KT, the head coach. How you doing, coach?
You know, I'm feeling good. But B. Jones, you remember back in the day when we played football, you always had that one young lady that came and played with y'all, and she was just dope, and she was cold, and
embarrassing people.
Yes, and then she also was like the best looking girl in the school. So I feel that's what we have right now, the best. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop if I get in trouble.
I'm about to say, KT, look like you kind of flashing back a little bit. Did we take you somewhere?
Hey, we can talk about that out there. Let's talk about that out there.
This boy just relived the whole fifth grade on the microphone. Yo, check this out. If this is your first time joining the channel, we want to say thank you so much for rocking with us. It means a ton for KT and I. This is a mission that we are up on to tell these amazing stories, and we can't do it without you. And so we need your help right now. Silver Spring. I got checked posts before the show. It was not an S on that. That's Silver Spring, Maryland. We need y'all help right now because we got to beat the algorithm. And the only way we could do that is by subscriptions and likes and leaving comments. So we need, on the count of 3, for all my DC Diva fans to stand up and smash that subscribe button and help us to keep this awesome momentum that we got rolling into 2022 going. Lois, you people ready? Y'all rocking with us?
Oh, yeah. You know DC is always ready.
DC. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Yo, if you just smash that subscribe button, first and foremost, we want to say thank you again. Number 2, stick around because we got some contests and stuff I'm going to tell y'all about at the end of this show. And then lastly, go check out the archives. You Got Next has been rolling strong. This is season number 2. We got over 100 episodes. That's right, not 100, 100 episodes of amazing content that we promise you is something in there for everybody. So if you don't like it, share it with somebody else. You never know. But look, we ain't here to talk about the past. We're here to talk about the future of football. And we are about to change the minds and hearts of millions of fans right now. Lois Cook, are you ready for the Sports Life Talk initiation?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go, KT.
All right, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Top 5, Michael Jackson, Al Green, Etta James, Miguel, and Bruno Mars.
Ooh, you know what? That is probably one of the dopest top 5 that we've had. So let me ask you this: what is your favorite Al Green song?
There's too many. Oh my gosh. I'll go with Love and Happiness.
Now, see, I love Love and Happiness, but I love that Simply Beautiful. That song there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that one is. Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yes. That is definitely.
So, B. Jones, what do you think about that top 5, man?
I think it's probably one of the dopest top 5s we had, man. I had already done my homework, and I knew we were going to get some quirky things. I knew it was going to be something new because she said she loves the oldies and gospel. I was really looking forward to her saying some Mahalia Jackson or some John B. Key or somebody like that.
You only gave me 5. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was limited slots. I get you. Okay,
yeah, that was dope. So give us some of your favorite sports teams.
dcdivas. I'll go, Washington Commanders.
Oh.
Don't do it. Don't
She's a company lady.
Hey, B. Jones, this show is about her, not us. So,
I know. She paying the bills. I get it.
Those Commanders, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, those are my top 2.
All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
My favorite superhero, oh my gosh, is whoever the first woman was that started women's football.
That's a real life superhero.
Yes.
Because that's the only kind that matters to me, the real life kind. Because for obvious reasons. Because we need to be somewhere with this sport, and here we are.
Okay, so since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Beyonce, I'm a Diva.
Oh, yeah. I could speed it up better for you, couldn't I? All right, so since you're just knocking out all my questions, let me try to slow you down a little bit. What is your favorite pair of kicks?
My favorite pair. Do I have to choose one?
Hey,
yes, I'm going to give you one. No, we're just giving her one, B. Jones. She's already a Commanders fan. We got to slow this down a little bit. No, just give us one.
Okay, it's either going to be the cleats or the stilettos. So I'm going to go with my...
she said the cleats. The cleats, I love it. The cleats and stilettos.
Nike Untouchables cleats.
Nike Untouchables.
Okay. So hey,
see, I don't even know nothing about Nike Untouchables.
Yeah, we're about to Google that later.
Hey, we'll go to the store. They're gonna see me at Dick's tomorrow.
They don't make them anymore, but I wish they would, and I wish they would make them in my size because I like them a lot.
Man, well let's.
Yeah, well hold up, B. Jones.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, if you agree with her top 5, which is one of the dopest that we've had on the show, leave that in the comments. And with that said, B. Jones, even though she's a Washington fan, she's in our family, so take it away, man.
Man, all I can hear is I'm a diva. You know what I'm saying? The diva is the female version. That's in my head. In my head right now.
There you go.
So since we brought it up, it was recently announced, Commanders. I'm assuming you like the new name, or?
Okay, it's gonna have to grow on me.
Okay.
I am 100% happy that they finally have a name, because obviously now we can get rid of that story and move on to the real focus, which is winning games. But Washington Commanders is definitely going to grow. It's going to have to grow on me. I feel like it's just so many syllables. Like, it's just a mouthful. Yeah. But it is what it is, and I'm ready to move forward with it.
Well, you still kept the maroon and gold, so I'm okay with it. And plus, I'm bought into it because of the guy who presented it. I think his name was Jason Wright. He's like the team president. I was like, he's super dope. So hey, whatever he say goes. All right, so let's talk this story through, Lois, because doing some research, you are a WFA advocate. You are all over this thing. You do not miss the opportunity to let your voice be heard and tell the world about women's football. But we got to step back. Let's go back to the beginning, because Kevin had a tear-filled moment when he reminisced his 5th grade. But was that you? Was that you, the female that he was describing on the field?
It was me.
Really? So how long you been playing football?
So I started out playing with my brother. My brother is only 11 months older than I am. And so, of course, we did everything together. So, and then, I was raised by my grandparents, very old school and Southern. And she's like, if you're going outside, you're going with your brother. So I went everywhere with him. His friends were my friends. if I forced it or not, but that's what I did. So we played everything, bike tag. We built forts and snowball fight, all baseball, you name it. And so we played football. And I remember playing, to this day, it's a vivid memory of mine because I was able to just it was like pure adrenaline and just jumping on people, pushing people, pulling people, and not getting in trouble for it. And, the guys that I played with were, I guess, impressed, that I was, holding up as a girl. And whether or not, I don't know if they thought maybe they didn't want to tackle me because I was a girl or I was just too fast for them. But my brother would throw me the ball and I'd score the touchdown, and it was great. So that's how I started out. And then I just my love for the game just grew from there. It didn't actually get really strong for the game until later, like in high school. When I got into high school was the first time I was introduced to organized football, so the high school football team. And I wanted to play because my brother was playing, so I definitely wanted to play. And I told the coach I wanted to play, and he told me straight up that I couldn't be on the roster, but he did let me go out and practice. And I can remember to this day, at one point in time at practice, he had the guys were carrying another guy on their shoulder, or not on their shoulder, but on their back going up the hill. And I remember carrying my brother on my back going up the hill. But my best friend was a cheerleader. And so I was like, forget this, I'm gonna be a cheerleader too. So I ended up being a cheerleader for 4 years. But the boys on the football team were some of my best friends too. And I remember just absorbing everything that they did. The coach said that if you wanted to play football, you had to run track. And so that's why I ran track. And then also on Fridays, game day, you have to wear your jersey and the QB had to carry the ball. So I carried the ball everywhere I went. And so in college, I ended up carrying the ball everywhere I went, throwing it around campus. And the head coach there was actually the security guard, and he ended up recruiting me to be a quarterback for Atlanta. So.
Shut your mouth. Cheetah Cook. Now, I need you to tell something. Tell the truth now. I'm thinking of this an older brother, roughly a year older than you. He got to know how to fight because he had to fight for you just about every. Tell the truth. Was he out there putting hands on people, defending his baby sis out there playing football?
He did well for himself as a big brother.
Yeah.
I didn't cause much trouble. I'll just put it like that. I didn't cause much trouble. So.
Yeah, it's not the fact that you cause much trouble. It's just, what B. Jones was talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, don't talk to my sister like that, bro.
It much, man.
Yeah. All right. So now you played and. It's funny. It was a cool story last year, as a matter of fact. Or it might have been 2 years ago with Sarah Fuller. Do you know Sarah Fuller is the kicker for Vanderbilt? Got into it and kicked a field goal. How big of that was for you, being the advocate that you are? Seeing a female actually touch the field and it not be Little Giants the movie. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
How big was that moment for you?
I loved it so much because when that happened, I have already been pushing football and exposing women's football on TikTok and Instagram and everywhere. And so when that happened, it was kind of it was almost like validation a little bit. Yes, we can do it too. I don't always advocate for women to play with men, but I feel like it was so necessary to see that. And unfortunately for her, fortunately for all of us, she got a lot of backlash from it, a lot of hate, a lot of negativity from it, which is, normal. I've dealt with that myself too, but it's just, it's sad to see how far we can come, but yet how far we're still behind just because of, all that, how society views everything.
It's interesting. It's interesting to see DC Divas, and this is my first exposure. I'm gonna go on record and say that I really wasn't a believer. Okay, I'm just gonna be transparent and shoot it straight. When you come to Sports Life Talk, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna get some real conversation. I had my reservations, and even when Sarah Fuller kicked the field goal, I said, man, that's super dope that she did that. But the reality is, I still have these preconceived conceptions in my mind, right? Females their bodies can't take that type of punishment, or they haven't been groomed enough to know the route tree and the intelligence aspect of what. And it's not a smart thing. It's just you got to be around football to know football, and you got to be in the room with people who know football. And then I started researching you. And all of a sudden, my eyes started, I was like, oh my goodness, these ladies is doing big things. Like, you working hard, you in the gym, these routes you running, like, y'all playing football. So, like, I mean, do you get like a lot of backlash? You talked about the backlash she get. I mean, do you have to like check people like, hold on, Playboy, we play football, bro. This ain't just women's football. We play football.
Yeah, actually, I do. And what's interesting about that is that I've lived my whole life basically being supported by the people that I'm around. So the guys that I played with, like I said, in the neighborhood, didn't care that I was a girl. I was selected to the NFL Alumni Academy, where I got to train alongside of some of the most amazing coaches out here, and they didn't see me as a girl. So I do get a lot of support, and so that's the focus. But it's funny because ever since I've like been on TikTok and posting videos all over the place, I get a ton of negativity, but it's all coming from middle school, high school boys.
Really?
So very young boys. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
But in all fairness, though, TikTok is where they live, though. That's where they live.
Now, I do get some from the grown men too now, but
okay.
but the majority is coming from younger kids, and so that just tells me what I need to know. Like the maturity level is not there, and I do see comments on other places too, like Instagram, from older people, and that are also negative, but. To be honest, like you have to really appreciate who we are as women who play. Like you have to look at it for what it is. You touched on this a little bit earlier. We did not grow up in this game. We didn't have Pop Warner. When I was 5 years old, I didn't get to play Pop Warner.
Yep.
I didn't get to go through my whole life being encouraged and supported by everybody around me to play this sport. I didn't get to be the one who gets to, your parents are telling you, oh, you're going to be in the NFL or you're going to play, and then they make the necessary steps to put you in the position so that you can learn and train. I didn't get that, and neither did most of the women around here in this world. And so the women that you see that are playing today, these are mothers, aunts, cousins, daughters. Some are even grandmothers, and we're out here doing it while we're working other jobs. Yep. We're out here doing it while we came into this as adults, so we're learning the game right here, right now. Our bodies are already developed to what they are, so we didn't get the chance to train our bodies, from the adolescent age to be where we want it to be as an athlete. So we have to work just, even extra hard to get ourselves caught up to this game. So when you see us playing, a lot of people have the perception that maybe we don't have the big hits and the high flying routes. Well, yes, we do. First and foremost, yes, we do. We have a lot of amazing, talented, elite athletes out here that are playing this sport. But if people don't support us, one of the most important things when you are playing a sport is the encouragement and the support around you and your community. And so if people don't support us and allow us to flourish in this game and thrive, then we're not going to be in a place where we want to do better. We're not going to be in a place where a lot of times when you have a biggest supporter, you want to please them. You want to show them, you want to impress them and show them how well you're doing because they enjoy seeing you do well. Well, if we don't have that, then, we have to find motivation elsewhere. And sometimes it's hard.
So I'm running a little short on time, but you speaking, you tugging on my heartstrings right now. Like it took me sitting down studying you in order for me to gain an exposure to where now if I'm scrolling through the TV and somebody say, hey, the DC Divas want to go play the Baltimore Hawks, I'm gonna sit down and watch the game, right? I'm like 18 in the game. Where 18 is? Somebody better double cover. That's how I'm gonna be now. But what would you say to the previous fan that's just like B Jones, that's not a true believer of WFA, that doesn't understand and can't conceptualize females playing at the highest level of football? What would you say to that fan right now?
Well, if you can't open your eyes to sports and appreciate sports for what they are and not their gender, then that's your loss. Maybe you need to go do something else.
Go play tiddlywinks or something. Get up out of here with that foolishness, Playboy. So now how did you end up on the DC Divas?
So when I came back home to DC, I just Googled it. I Googled women's football. Because again, I had no idea that there was even a thing about women's football. My dream was to play in the NFL, but that was guys. But when I was introduced to an actual women's league, I was like, what? This is my dream. So Googled it, found them, and went to tryouts.
Man, you be in them yards too. You yakking everything. I tripped out when I saw you. I said, damn, she a gamer. Yeah. Hey, catch the ball, going to this old celebrate. All right, so now let's talk about some of the things you got going on off the field. because we got a podcast. You know, we're trying to spread the mission of you got next. But I saw you rocking with the game day dolls, huh? You got a show. How often do y'all do y'all show?
Yeah, we're live every other Wednesday. So
it's a
we
live
do a live
broadcast.
show. A live show on Instagram. Yep. So we started out doing, so we're also on YouTube. So we started out doing interviews and shows on Sundays on YouTube. And we kind of evolved over time to do live shows, which we have a lot of fun with because we get to interact with people. So yeah.
Well,
I was
actually go live. Tell us, come on, we gotta get some eyeballs on the
8 p.m. Eastern on Instagram.
All
and
right.
it's funny because I actually was a guest on Game Day Dolls as a DC Diva like a year before, and then I came back on as another guest, and like right on the spot, she asked me to be one of the co-hosts. So I was like, oh, okay.
Now not only are you mentoring young ladies, I saw you going to the youth games, and that's crazy. Like when I saw you in a picture with like another young girl, like a 12-year-old or 11-year-old playing football, I was like, it's working. Like it's real. Like the next generation, we may see a professional females football league, but you got a lot of ambassadors. Yeah, I mean, but we got you. Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, y'all already here. We got professional. I want to see y'all on like NBC on Sundays or something like that. But you got a lot of ambassador programs to try to help out. I know we talked about She Is, but also Team Milk Athlete. So tell us a little bit about Team Milk Athlete.
So Team Milk, oh my gosh, I am just so grateful for Team Milk. When Got Milk, you remember the Got Milk commercial, right?
I used to love it.
With the milk. Okay, so Got Milk reached out to me, and I was just like, first and foremost, I drink milk. Okay, so that's part of my day to day. You know, I always drink milk. And so it's a natural partnership for me. But on top of that, the fact that they are supporting and highlighting females in football means the world to me. So they're really pushing that football is football. And like I said earlier, it doesn't matter the gender. But if you have game, play. So I love what Team Milk is doing. I am just so honored and grateful to be a part of it. And when I was, chosen to be on this campaign, it wasn't about me being on the campaign. And I love that I am. I'm really grateful that I'm the one there. But it was really about the sport. And to me, that told me that the game is changing. That if they were out here selecting female football players to highlight and to support, then that tells me that we're doing something right and the game is changing.
And you kind of a big thing out there in DC too, cause I see you shaking hands with some major influential people. Like, are you enjoying the fame? Like, let's just be real. You got the face, you got the image. Are you enjoying the superstardom, the camera, the lights, the 220,000 TikTok followers? Is that?
What
are you kind
fame?
Oh man, you doing it big. I saw you.
I think I'm blessed. I think that I've been fortunate enough to have space and opportunity to do what I'm doing. And so wherever that takes me, I'm definitely super grateful, and I will always carry my sisters with me.
All right, my last one, KT, and I'm gonna give it to you. What does it mean?
You know, just take over the whole show.
My bad, man. Hey, look, we got the DC Divas on. We got Lois Cook in the building. I don't know, man. I'm a little excited. Like I told you, I'm a reformed WFA fan, right? So now, you got to remember, 6 weeks ago, I wasn't this guy. So please allow me to enjoy myself. But my last question, what does it mean to you when these young girls walk up to you and they ask for their autograph or your autograph, and they want pictures with you, and they say, hey, mommy, I want to be like Lois Cook? Like, what does that mean to you? Does it all make sense? Does it all hit home?
I get goosebumps. It makes me want to cry. Like, it feels really good. I was that little girl who wanted to play. And I didn't have a vision of a woman on the field. I didn't have someone to show me the steps to take to get there. I didn't have someone to say, that's okay, the coach told you can't be on the team, but you could still practice, you could still train, because one day you will be on that field. You will get that jersey. I didn't have that. So it means everything to me that I'm able to be that for someone else, even if it's just one girl. But the fact that I'm able to make an impact in that way, that's all I want to do.
All right, B. Jones, it's time for championship rounds, because I don't know if you know this. In the background, she's actually, you got practice in about 30 minutes?
About 25.
Let's get to the championship rounds.
Well, hold on, you got one question you got to ask, sir.
No, man, championship rounds. Let's go.
All right, well, You know what? I don't like your attitude. You know what I'm saying?
No, B. Jones. I love that you fangirl this show. I enjoyed it, and you asked all the good questions.
Wow, man. You caught the shade, Lois. Did you see the shade? Did you see the shade? This is my guy though. This is supposed to be my best friend. That's crazy. But I'm gonna bash your head though.
Well, let's go, man. Let's see about that.
Lois, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where Kevin and I, we turn on each other and the competition begins. You are now officially calling the shots. Now, have you ever played a game called Would You Rather?
Yes.
All right, so this is the Sports Life Talk version of Would You Rather, in which both hosts will present an option. You select one of those options, select that option, and that host will gain a point. The first host to 2 points, or the best out of 3, will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And if you go back to the last episode, B. Jones took the W. That's right. We had Akila Bethel in the building, and I was able to wrap one, put one in the dub column. But today we got a new challenge. We got DC Divas Lois Cook in the building, so I need that dub. And if you're keeping up with the score, Kevin has won 10 games, and I've won 8. So season 2 competition is tight, narrow, and every win counts. Every question matters. All right. I will go first, Kevin, if it's okay with you, you know.
I mean, you've already been doing everything in this show, so why not go first? Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Here we go. Round number 1. Lois, would you rather go into the future and meet your great-great-great-grandchildren to see your legacy that you left behind, or
would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors to see where you came from?
Future.
Yeah. Silver Spring. Man.
I want to know that I'm doing everything right. I want to know that I'm doing the right thing. So.
Like mines, Lois, like mines. I don't care what my ancestors was out there doing. I need to know that I paved the way for some bigger and better things.
Get to the next question.
Woo, that boy salty this episode. All right, here we go. Round number 2. Would you rather, remember your answer earlier today, okay? Would you rather have a dinner and a movie with Beyonce after she sings the national anthem at a DC Divas game, or
have dinner with Michelle Obama while eating crab legs with extra butter, corn, and French fries?
Somebody was watching your YouTube video.
I'm pointing the wrong way. Michelle Obama.
Oh.
Absolutely.
No, Kevin, I ain't gonna lie. When you started talking about the extra butter and all, I was like,
if you go and watch the video she has,
first of all, you sold. Yes, that's you did your research. So you sold me on Michelle Obama by herself, but the crab legs and yes.
I thought I had a chance with the Beyonce, but nah, yeah, I'm with the crab legs too. And them crab legs out there is amazing. Trust me, I was out there in Baltimore. I enjoyed it. All right, Kevin, round 3. Let's go. This it, Lois. You didn't do yourself any favors. Because now you got to pick one of these brothers, your new brothers. You got to pick one of us to take this crown. So let's go, KT.
All right. Would you rather go back in time, knowing what you know now, and fix 3 mistakes that you made along the way, or
would you rather get part ownership in a WFA franchise, and able to keep that legacy going? So mine is you a future owner of the WFA. DC Divas got your name on the track. Like you got your own team.
Yeah, but with mine, you can go back in the past and go ahead and get this stuff moving forward, earlier.
So I'm going to go with owner. And not because I want to own a team. Yeah. But let me explain myself. No, but let me tell you why. Because I think that everything that you do in the past, even if you make mistakes, that's what sets you up for where you are today. So I don't really care about, mistakes that I've made. I've learned, as long as I'm not making the same mistake over and over. But I think that, it's part of life, part of your journey, part of your story. So
I had to let you finish, but I was so excited. Oh my goodness, the maroon worked. It's maroon season.
But, Lois, do you know who reached out to you? I didn't even want to do that during country. It was me. I didn't want to reach out to you and got this thing set up. But you know what? Thank you for joining us.
The diva is a female version of a hustler.
So much talking on this show.
Kevin,
I hit it on this show.
You know what that means, Kevin?
What's that?
10-9.
Yeah, let's go.
10-9. The train is coming.
Oh, yeah.
The train is coming, sir.
Hey, get to your questions, man. I'm tired of
this. All right, Lois. I'm going to gloat here in a little bit later, but, we got everybody here. We paying attention. So the title of the show is You Got Next. Tell us, what does the future hold for you, Lois Cook?
Well, I just hope that I can make and help to make a significant change in the game. So I want to see women significantly on a much higher level. We are already on the highest level for women's football, but we need to go a lot further and in a short amount of time. So I just want to see the game change significantly for the women who play. I'm going to do everything to make that happen.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. From touchdowns to talk shows, you're going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. But any other like marketing programs, any sponsorships, anything you got coming that's lined up, movies, modeling?
No, but I'm open
dinners
to all
with Michelle Obama. Anything you got lined up that we need to know about that you can tell the fans about?
I don't have anything, but I'm going to claim the dinner with Michelle Obama. And again, I'm open to all of the above. So I'm just ready to see what the future holds. I don't have anything significant lined up, except I'm really excited to be part of Team Milk again. And hopefully if anybody is in LA, they will go to outside of SoFi Stadium and look up and see a whole billboard with
for the Super Bowl?
WFA. Yes.
Wow.
Right outside of the Super Bowl that shows a woman playing football, and it does happen to be me.
No way. I told you, famous, the face that sunk 1,000 ships, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so besides Instagram, which we can see on the screen, where can people find you on social media?
I am on TikTok at cleatsandstilettos as well. I'm also on Facebook as Lois Cook and Twitter at Miss Lois 18. I'm sorry, that is not my name. Twitter is Lois Cook 18. Low Cook 18. I changed it.
All good. So do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Oh, definitely to the DC Divas, all of the WFA, all my sisters in the WFA. I also want to shout out my Team Milk sisters, Joanne Overstreet, Jonah, and Adrienne from Boston Games.
All right, so this is part of the show where you get a chance to call somebody out and tell us who should have next. Tell them I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same. With that said, who are you giving your game ball to?
I give my game ball to 𝐦𝐤𝐬, number 4 from the DC Divas, because she has an incredible, amazing, very inspirational story. I won't tell it for her, but she is a remarkable baller, and she should definitely be next.
All right. When does the season start? When can we see you play?
April 9th is our first game.
Show them that jersey real
9th.
quick. Show them that jersey. Right there, it is. 18, 1-8. We in the building, yo. Well, Deasia, you on the clock. Lois Cook, your story is truly amazing. It's truly inspirational. I'm almost tearing up to see how beautiful this process is and how you are taking this league and putting it on your back. Without any doubts, you got next. Sports Life Talk Nation. One more time, we did it. We keep telling y'all, we not. I mean, listen, this ain't no game. We work hard. We gonna keep bringing y'all these great stories. Buckle up, come rock with us, be a part of the family. Right now, we got a couple of contests going on. At the end of the month, we are going to give away a $250 gift card for the fan. Random, it's gonna be random, all right? And in order to get in your name in the hat, all you got to do is share this episode with 2 people. Like the episode, subscribe to our network, and then leave in the comments YEET. It's just that simple. Kevin and I will go. We're going to pick one person and we're going to shoot you over $250 just because we appreciate you. And listen, if you're like, hey, I don't want to do all that. So all you got to do to get a t-shirt, a maroon and white Sports Life Talk t-shirt so you can dress like the divas, is go to our Instagram at Sports Life Talk, tag in 5 friends to this episode's commercial, and we're going to show you some love. Also, slide our DM and let us know so we can get your address and all that stuff. We throwing out stuff. We trying to give away because we trying to give back. We understand how important your role is, and we understand how important you are to us. Now, if you just want to hang out, you say, hey, you know what? I want to see what y'all got going on next. You ain't a believer yet. No worries. We're going to win you over, but come hang out with us right after the DC Diva, the game day dolls at Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So they show go off. You come rock with us. And we go about an hour every Wednesday night, YouTube, Facebook. We have a fun time. It's sports, it's life, it's talk. It's pop culture, music, tennis shoes, the whole 9. We have a blast. So come rock with me and the head coach, Kev. What am I missing, man?
You know what, B. Jones? Even though I lost in championship rounds and she let me down, you will always have a voice on our platform whenever you need it. Like B. Jones said, you got 2 brothers here in Dallas. So whatever you need from us, please let us know. As long as it's not money, because I'm pretty sure you got more money than we do. We may come to you for some money.
Hey, we try to come to Baltimore because I don't know what it is about the DMV area. Y'all have been showing us so much love. We appreciate it. I promise you.
Yes.
Yo, we coming out there.
But also, by the way, you have Dallas Elite Mustangs, who is your team right there in Dallas. So from the WFA. So when you're not in DC,
I'm a Divas fan. I'm sorry. I'm already bought and paid for.
You know what? I would have been if I'd have won the championship rounds. I may have to go to Dallas, right? But yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm going Dallas. Go Dallas. Go Dallas.
Yo, Lois, you the truth. We appreciate you so much for coming on our platform. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Yo, Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, and respect each other and love one another because together we are better. And little girls everywhere, keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.